or something like that.
Is it with Coke?
We're live.
It's,
Well, then,
I a up and coming sport.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that it was last time you was up, so.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. The Porter Town Council, please rise and follow in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Corinne, could you take roll, please?
Bill Lopez,
Here.
Laura Madigan. Here. Kelly Kierman,
Here.
Don Kraft, and James Burge are absent.
We're missing two. We still have three, so we have a quorum. We'll move on to approval of the minutes of the April 14th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions regarding the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Next is consideration of claims and sewer adjustments. Look for a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any question regarding the claims and sewer adjustments? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll move on. Petitions and comments from the floor. If there's anybody who'd like to bring something forth to the council, please step up, state your name and address for the record. Tell us what's on your mind. Nobody? Going once, twice? Okay, we'll close that and move on to reports. Clerk Treasurer.
Yeah, I just have one small announcement regarding utility billing. As we approach the warmer months, many residents are going to start to fill their swimming pools for the season. I want to remind everyone that our summer sprinkling credit for sewer bills does not officially take effect until June 16th. So if you plan to fill or top off your pool before that date, please be aware that you need to go through the swimming pool adjustment process to ensure you aren't billed for sewer usage to top or fill off. There's a form on our website. You do have to get a water meter reading before and after filling your pool. All the instructions, the form, details, etc. is on the town's website on the utility department page. And that's done.
Thank you. Attorney,
I have nothing to update.
no updates today. Perfect. Police Department, Chief Dickey.
Sir, I do have two requests. One is, the first is regarding the upfitting quotes. I believe the clerk treasurer sent this out yesterday with an attachment from the deputy chief regarding upfitting costs. I request council approval to move forward with the adjusted upfitting quote, and we're selecting Move Over Outfitters with a total of $16,636.78. And then there was some separate equipment that we would be purchasing outside of that number, and there would be a deficit of about $2,800 that we would absorb from our budget. I'm requesting council approval to move forward with that quote.
I'll make that motion.
All right. Is your motion to approve the upfitting with the additional $2,800 from PD operating expenses?
Yes, and I think it's $2,779.
You are exactly correct. We were both estimating, but that is exactly
So
correct.
2,800,
And 92 cents.
not to exceed 2,800.
I'll second that motion. Thanks.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions regarding?
Nope.
Okay, got it all right this time?
I hope so. Appreciate that. And my second request is,
I mean, we didn't vote yet on it though.
oh, I'm sorry.
So, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. My second request is a little more premature than normal, but looking to get council approval to start obtaining quotes for next year's vehicles due to the supply issue or whatever the manufacturer that we're gonna be going with is having. So I just kind of get ahead of the curve. So I'd request council permission to move forward with that and start exploring our options for next year.
So, couple questions. Getting creative, because you may not be able to go with the Explorer, the Interceptor. So can you tell us a little bit about that, that there's been a problem, just for background transparency,
we-
that
we-
we've had issues, right? Because a lot of people are moving from Dodge to,
Yeah, so
Ford.
our department has experienced a great number of issues, and we're still experiencing those issues with the Dodge Durangos. They've been wearing out and breaking down on us quite frequently, so we are moving towards the Ford Explorers. As the council is aware, we were gonna move forward with the purchase of an Explorer. We recently received an email correspondence from the Ford representative stating that they either overcommitted or whatever, they can't supply that. So that's where we were looking with the F-150 is, as far as other options, that's all part of this request to start moving forward, shopping around, seeing what else is out there. That would be a discussion that I would have with the deputy chief as well, who's the fleet coordinator. But as far as
getting creative.
Getting creative.
And you won't even receive that vehicle till 2028.
so
So
to,
there's gotta be
Yeah.
some creativity.
To touch on, I think what you're asking here is, there is a company, I believe they're out of Missouri, and they upfit vehicles and they have them on the lot, turnkey, ready to go. That's not something that we've normally done, but that would be one of the solutions that we're gonna be looking into and seeing if that works
Just
as well.
exploring what
Yep.
you can do.
I want to say I have no problem going out and seeing what's out there, getting quotes, finding prices. I
Think
don't
about
want I don't
used.
want my agreement to be misinterpreted as an agreement to order vehicles for 2027 or 2028 when we haven't even done those budgets yet,
Yeah,
right?
not to
as long as that's not
purchase.
misunderstood,
Just
I have no
exploring.
absolutely please and thank you, right?
Yeah, I think we need to explore what you can do,
Okay,
because I think you're in a pickle.
My suggestion was to explore what other options for other vehicles, what else
Yeah.
is out there, what are other departments using, because I think it's gotten to, you know, I mean, I know we moved into having the four-wheel drive and everything, and to me, it's not, there's not that many days that you really need it, I don't know, I just think we need to look at something more economical as far as the pricing,
Like a car.
you know.
yeah, there's,
So I would just, that's my suggestion, see what other
Yeah.
departments are using, what other
Sure.
options are out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
and with your blessing, we'd like to go out and start looking for them and getting quotes.
Yeah, I would.
So,
I think it's a good idea.
Me too.
I think we need to get creative and figure it out.
Yeah.
okay, so we have a motion and a second to
Yes.
go out for quotes and,
Yeah, I'll second. It sounds like Kelly motion.
Yeah, a motion.
Okay.
I'll second for sure.
all right?
That is all I have, thank you.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
in- All in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you,
Good
Dan.
luck, chief.
Gonna need it.
Fire Department, Chief Craig.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to give a quick stats update for March. We ran 86 calls in March, pretty busy March for us. It was pretty even split between the midnight shift, day shift, and afternoon shift. 23 for midnights, 30 for days, 33 for afternoons. 20 of those calls were mutual aid calls, and 65 in the town of Porter, and 1 in Westchester Township, none to Dune Acres. And our tie for busiest day of the week was Sunday, Monday, and Fridays.
Oh,
Pretty busy March. I think I looked, we were at 219 calls when we started, April. The only other thing I have, oddly enough, that little microstorm that ran through here last night kept us pretty busy. I wanted to thank, everybody that was running around like crazy, especially the police department. We had a couple roads we had to keep shut down for a while. Good work between all of our police agencies of National Park, Burns Harbor, Porter PD. I think even Beverly Shores was up this way for a while. We were on one call for almost 24 hours between us and the PD, and big shout out to the PD guys and gals that we kind of rotated through that, so we all didn't get stuck there for long periods of time while we're waiting for that to be corrected. So good, again, testament to how well we work as a team in the town. The only other thing I have, I don't know, I figure we'll discuss the agreement under the fire truck financing side.
Yeah, that's later, down.
So that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jay. Public Works Department,
I don't really have anything tonight.
nothing? Take it.
We're finishing up leaves this week. This will be the last week for spring leaves.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have a lot of branches to pick up.
Yeah, not too many leaves left out, but yeah, we've been picking up branches.
I've heard from a number of residents over the past couple of weeks how they see you guys going through their neighborhood multiple times, almost daily, on top of the leaves, on top of the branches, and then of course after the storm, cleaning up and clearing roads. Thank you so much.
I wanna say thanks for, looks nice down at the beach, I like it.
We'll
Oh,
see,
yeah,
we'll see
it's
how it lasts, but
beautiful.
it was a little salty.
I think it'll be helpful, but,
Yeah.
It looks great.
yep, good job there. Okay, Park Department. Brian had a commitment, and Don had a commitment tonight, but I do have a message from Brian. He said, Brian wants to thank the Porter Bank, the Labor's Local 81, and the rest of the Rebuilding Duneland volunteers. They were able to clear almost 300 feet of shoreline at Lake Charles Park this past Saturday. Also, thank you to Delta Theta Te sorority for their donation of $500 to the Park Department this week. It has been earmarked for community programming use. And finally, Brian said he'd like to congratulations to our Parks, Trails, and Facilities Specialist Joe Torek, who celebrated his 5th year of employment anniversary with the Park Department this past Sunday. And that's it for Park Department. Building Commissioner, Director of Development.
Got 3 items. Item 1 is we have 12 contractors who have filed all their paperwork and met our approval and paid their fees.
Look for a motion to approve the 12 contractors.
So moved.
Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay.
Item 2, CCMG paving schedule. I put that on Savvy Citizen, but I'll just run through it real quick. May 5th, next week, we'll start the concrete prep for the sidewalk on 23rd Street. May 6th, they'll install the concrete sidewalk on 23rd Street. They'll also do the culvert replacement on Oak Street. That's Gatlin Plumbing doing that. May 11th and 12th, milling and paving the binder on 23rd Street. May 13th, milling Dunes View, Oak Street, and paving the surface on 23rd Street. And May 14th, paving binder and surface on Dunes View and Oak Street. So it's a very short project, which is great, but at least we'll have a nice smooth roads. So looking forward to that. Town halls, HVAC work should start later this week with the air conditioners. Just trying to get equipment in, so that'll get started pretty soon. And then we've been putting all the updates on the Savvy Citizen app. If you don't have a copy of it, Mr. Woods, we'll grab one on the way out. But I will talk to you about that. So I think we're around 139 people today. It's, we're going to start putting that out in more earnest as far as signage and stuff like that to get people to sign up for it. But it's really been a godsend when you're trying to get something publicized quickly, because it just takes minutes to put the messages out, and gets to a lot of people really quickly. So really happy about that. And it does have the weather on it, and you can customize what you said on there and how many weather updates you get, because it just follows Porter County, and every time Porter County sends another update, it picks it up and sends it out. So far, I've been really happy with it, as far as getting a hold of people. For the stuff in town that's specific to notify the bus barn and trash company and everything, I still email everybody, so all these guys get emailed, and I can get a hold of them. But it's really nice to notify people quickly when we need to. I got a road closure, it's gonna be on Monday. At first they told me it would be tomorrow, but now it's gonna be Monday, on Waverly Road with a detour, so I posted that with a little map on it, and I'm thrilled with the way that works, so appreciate you guys doing that.
Can I say that I'm thrilled being a subscriber
Yeah,
to Savvy
absolutely.
Citizen?
I am too.
Like, I love just being able to see a notification on my phone. Oh, there's going to be a road closed on Waverly on Monday. Good to
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yep.
it is so
Yeah.
convenient.
And everybody I talk to, I either hand them a postcard or tell them to sign up
Yes.
for it. So it's just, everybody knows what's going on. It's better that everybody knows what's going on.
Mhm.
Being informed is really powerful. So
Great,
thanks for getting that for us.
thank you.
That's all I got.
Mike, is it just, I
Yes,
guess
sir.
along with your report, do you wanna talk about that request about the park bench?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the gentleman that had the bike rack down at Porter Beach had passed away last year. And I got a request from Dean Holtman, thanks, Bill, from Dean Holtman. There's a group of people that hike around the dunes every day, and they'd like to get a bench in his honor and place it somewhere at Porter Beach. So I just shot that out to Jamie, Ryan, Bill. Wanted to talk about that. If we think that's a good idea, we'll figure out a place to locate it. I think it's a nice, monument for him. We'll get more information on what the bench looks like, and then somewhere down at Porter Beach, we have to put it. So we don't have to decide that now, but I think it's a good idea to do that. It's a little memorial to the gentleman that spent so much time, cleaning up the area for the bike rack and put the bike rack
Yeah.
down.
I think it's
Last
a
name
great
was
idea.
Wolf.
Agreed.
I think it's a great
So
idea.
if you guys think it's a good idea, we'll get some more information and send it to you.
Yep.
Decide where to put it, so.
Along with that too, I was gonna, when you do reach out to, it's Dean Haltman, if they'd be interested in trying to work with us too, I'd like to do something with the monument
Yeah.
that was there for his son,
Keeps
where
getting
we
buried.
raise it up so
Yeah.
it doesn't get,
Buried in sand.
yeah, so if we could do something with that along with that, if they'd be willing to,
Sure.
wanna help out with that,
Yeah, I'll give him a call tomorrow.
so.
Thanks for reminding me.
We don't need a motion or anything, do we?
No,
for- on-
we'll,
on
we'll,
the
we'll get more
bench?
information and then present it a
But
little
yeah.
more formal.
No, Jeff was a great guy.
Yeah,
So we're both.
I met him before. I didn't realize he passed away.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, kind of a sudden thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him down there about 3 times, cleaning it off and talked to him a long time, so.
He was a great guy.
I think that'd be a nice thing to do, so. Cool,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, Mike. All right, we'll close reports and move on to old business. Fire truck financing. I'll ask Corinda. Friend, you're up.
All eyes on you.
I guess just picking up the conversation from where it left off the last meeting, I think the determination needs to be to decide how much we want to bond for. We also need to select bond counsel. I sent you all 2 different quotes from 2 different attorneys that Baker Tilly works with often. And then there is also, just a note, we did get an agreement from Baker Tilly for their services regarding the debt issuance. It did come late Friday afternoon, so it hasn't been sent to anybody yet. It hasn't been reviewed by the attorney. So just make a mental note, we'll have to do that at the next meeting.
Baker Tilly.
Baker Tilly, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And you had 2 names on bond counsel.
Mhm.
I'm trying
I'm
to
pulling him up
find
right
one.
now.
So,
Which one is it?
We have
Yeah, Scott.
Peg,
mhm,
Jinkert, and Meeks
Testing
at
Meeks and
Barnes
Barnes.
and
Oh, Barnes.
Thornburg.
mhm.
That's the guys that sat with us. at the-
Exactly. So I was just gonna say, right, like the prices are extremely comparable. Barnes and Thornburg might come up a little bit more affordable than Peck, right? But I was also very impressed with what they provided to us as compared, and I was impressed meeting them with their networking.
Mhm.
I'm in favor of Barnes and Thornburg personally.
Okay.
But not because Attorney Peck has done us wrong by any, like, he handled our last 2 bonds. If that was where the council wanted to lean because we have a history with him, I have no objection to that, of course.
No, I'm in favor of
Barnes and.
Barnes and Thornburg. I liked them, the guys, they were impressive, and
Mhm.
I think they'll do a good job for us.
So, yeah, Scott Peck was the attorney that we used from Bigger Drinker.
Are you ready for me to just make a motion then, or should we wait?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be a group of attorneys there, but I did, just for the sake of the audience, ask our financial advisor for, recommendations, who they've worked with in the past, what's their reputation in the market. And he gave us, 4 different firms that typically they work with the most. They're all great to work with, and he felt they would all come in about the same price. So we asked for 2 different proposals, and they both came in really close, so.
Okay.
All right, yep, I'd look for a motion.
All right, then I move we use Barnes and Thornburg for our bond counsel.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We'll wait till, on the financing, till Christopher reviews the proposal from Baker Tilly, and
Yeah, I gotta get it over to him still.
then we'll act on that at our next meeting. All right, move on to the second reading of ordinance number 2026-06.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, add to the, for the sales agreement.
Yeah, I was just gonna,
Yep.
I was just gonna mention that we
Oh, that's
We
right.
knew the sale agreement would be coming for the last couple of weeks. It was unfortunate that we didn't get it until last night, but our attorney did already vet it, and they made all of the changes that our attorney requested. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Do we need to make a motion to add it to our agenda?
You should, and I guess you have to determine if it's old business or new, so either way, at some point, it will be most thorough to do that.
Okay.
Okay, look for a motion to add the sales contract for the fire truck to old business.
All right, I'll make that motion.
Motion is second. Any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. So, added to the old business agenda is the sales contract for the, what's the fire truck?
For the E1 Typhoon. And it's a sales agreement, so it's not, we're not in a complete contract with it. From Brendley Mountain Fire Apparatus, sales agreement
Friendly
for
amount.
2024 E1 Typhoon 100-foot twin.
And they've even agreed to a provision that allows you an out if you don't get your bond funding,
Noticed.
or
That's what I was gonna
if you
ask.
don't appropriate the money.
I noticed. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we're not on the hook if we can't.
You're not on
Yeah.
the hook if you can't,
It's
or you don't,
contingent,
so.
it's contingent
Right.
on the funding.
And
um,
appropriate.
and appropriation. And I'm sure we've all taken our time to vet the purchase of that particular apparatus with the chief. I'm comfortable moving forward, the sales agreement is written.
I'm also comfortable.
Okay.
Dan?
Then I'll make a motion that we approve the sales agreement with Brindley Mountain Fire Apparatus for, is it 1.35 million for the E1 Typhoon?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions regarding the motion? Where's the,
That's not it.
oh, there it is. Okay. Hearing any questions? None? All good? Everybody, is like you said, vetted, it, talked to the chief. The chief did his due diligence on the
Yeah.
unit. Your department likes it, the volunteers like it, everybody's happy?
Yeah, I haven't been able to find any documented reason on why not to move forward.
I've rapid fired a bunch of questions and feel like they were answered.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody did as much due diligence as we can.
Yep.
All right, with that being said, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we just gotta get financing now, Jay.
One step at a time.
So, Bill, I'm sorry, before we move on to the next agenda item, do we want to discuss the amount we want to proceed with for a general obligation bond?
I would like to.
Sure, that's probably,
Okay. I know there's been some, discussions between or amongst council members about, do we just do the 1.35 for the bond amount? Do we use any cash reserves? Do we go over to include other projects or equipment that we need, et
I'm-
cetera?
I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn. I think we should go a little over. And one of the reasons I think we should is I was looking at our capital 5-year plan, and one of the things that's on there that hasn't been done is Brian Begeiski needs a truck for parks, and I feel like we've done for every department. And I was hoping that if we went a little over, we could get him.
trying to buy Brian a truck.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, I think last time we did,
yeah.
we did the bond for a little bit more than what we
Mhm.
needed, and we were able to do some projects.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Well-
gonna be additional outfitting needed for the fire truck as well, isn't
There
there?
is.
Yes.
Striping.
There is. Right, and I would like to, I know that Brian's our parks director, but the department needs a truck that can handle plowing.
Yeah.
Because of course, my first response was, what's wrong with the police hand-me-down? Like, all of our departments use police hand-me-down vehicles. I love being able to give those vehicles a second life, but they don't have the capacity to do the plowing
No.
that the Parks Department needs. And that is one of the last things that we had agreed, starting 2 years ago, that we wanted to have done by this year. I think that ballpark $150,000 extra would cover the cost of that truck.
Yep.
Some additional upfitting needs for the fire engine itself. And we also need to decide if we want to roll the fees in with the bond or pay for that with cash reserves. I'm of the opinion that we keep our cash reserves while still trying to keep the total bond amount low.
Okay.
We're looking at roughly half of our bonding capacity right now, just slightly over half, and I don't want to see it go up beyond that really, but and then that would put us in a position where, and I also like I don't love the longer terms because of the total interest payments, but I do want to see a softer hit to the annual bills. So I'm also in favor of the 10-year terms as opposed to the 7. I think the 4 is just not feasible or affordable. So it's 7 or 10, and the numbers look easier to swallow at the 10-year
I agree.
terms. And the engine comes with 10-year warranties on the majority of it, and that kind of makes me, that when I buy stuff at
majority.
home, it's like I don't want to have a loan that's gonna last longer than the warranty. So I do see that it's warranted for 10 years for most of the stuff, so that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with the 10-year terms as opposed to the 7. So that's where I'm at with it.
I agree.
So that would put it,
1.5 for 10 years?
Not 1.5.
Mm-mm.
One.
Oh.
1.525?
Is
Yeah,
that?
1.5.
It is 1.5. You're right. It is 1.5.
5. It's 1 point, yeah, it's
Oh, it was
1.35,
Okay.
and then another 1.5.
1.5, yeah, so it'd be 1.5.
Yep. Sorry, you're better at math than I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.5.
Okay, so do we need to make a motion on the amount, Christopher, or are we just
Yeah, to give direction for her to
Heard.
seek, yes.
So 1.5
1.5, then we're gonna look
is
for,
the amount we want in the loan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and 10 years?
now, does that cover the
Well, that's-
costs incurred with the,
That's what I'm asking. It would be
You wanna add that?
1.5 plus the cost of issuance, which is another 110,000 roughly. I'm not clear on whether
Right.
the bond bank fee or the cost of issuance. I don't believe it will be more for the cost of issuance, but the bond bank fee itself might be more depending on the cost, because we went with 1.1 million when we had them work up the feasibility, so. that makes sense. There's mud,
does.
right?
It does.
So a little over $100,000 we're
Yes.
looking for the cost of issuance. So that would be rolled into that bond amount. So it would be slightly higher than 1.5
So we'd be at 1.6.
after that's added in, yeah.
Unless
Unless
we
you
wanna
wanted,
spend some cash reserves on that.
I think it's better to go ahead and pay for the funding within the bond, so 1.6 would probably be the more correct number we're
Okay.
looking at.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
I'll get it rolling. And then the next meeting, you'll have an agreement to approve for Baker Tilly's work on the debt issuance.
Okay.
all right.
Copy.
Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
She has direction, then she'll bring it for you guys to approve the final.
Okay.
All right. Oh. Okay. We'll move on to ordinance number 2026-06, prohibiting the use of public records for commercial purposes. This ordinance is designed to keep the clerk's treasurer's office from having to provide paperwork for people trying to profit from the use of it.
Yeah, electronics records, yes. And after the last meeting and the first reading, the next morning, I saw a request in my inbox for another of the same type of public records request. And I informed that person that we're working on this ordinance, it's pending, and they never came back and filled out the form and went
Well, that's
through
good.
the
That
request. So it's already helped me, so thank you.
Good.
Okay. I look for a motion to approve ordinance 2026-06. Or to adopt ordinance number 2026.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thanks.
Any questions regarding ordinance 2026-06? Do you want to call roll call vote on it, Corinne?
Sure. Kelly Kierman,
Yes.
Don Kraft,
Yes.
Laura Madigan,
Yes.
Bill Lopez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to new business, ordinance number 2026-07, amending Article 5, Section 2-129, Environmental Sustainability Commission student member terms. This is two parts of it, wasn't it? Is that one part?
Yeah, just.
I have a couple of notes on this one when we're ready.
Go ahead, you can.
Thanks. The first was the decision to have their terms start and end at the end of the school year or the beginning of the school year, right? Depending on, if we want to do it right before summer break or right when the school year starts. I think that there are pros and cons to both. We can choose August or early June. It's written in here as August. I'm fine with leaving it that way. I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that, will be both of our current student members are graduating seniors this year. They have worked for the town. First of all, they have been amazing assets to the Environmental Sustainability Commission, and I am so impressed by them. Thank you so much. They've worked really hard for 2 years, and I'm really looking forward to see what both of these kids do further on down the line in their futures. One of them has recruited their replacement already for next year. Found a very enthusiastic, bright young person that has already sent in a letter of intent that is also quite impressive. And so that is honestly making me second guess August. Like right now, it's the end of the school year. It's a really great time for these kids to find other kids that are in their environmental classes with them that would be interested. It does kind of rule out freshmen applying because they won't have that opportunity until they get in there in August. or we can wait until August, but that would, the start of the school year is a couple of weeks past August, and then reaching out to the teachers, and it's a very busy time. I just don't know if we'll get,
Candidates.
immediate candidates in August like we could maybe do if we aimed for June instead. So I just wanted to throw that idea out there and have you all decide if you want June or August. And then there was
opposed to June.
No, I think June would probably
June
work
might be a
better
better
because
idea.
it coincides with someone's leaving, someone comes in,
Yeah,
and they do a lot of their projects during the summer months.
they
So-
do.
yeah, I think it's a
That's
good
when they have the
idea.
most fun. It's like in the wintertime they do the planning, and in the summertime they do the doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
So we want to do
Let's just
June.
change June.
So we need to amend the,
And then I have there's one sentence in here that I would like to strike. Bill, I know you and I talked about it before. Whatever the council decides. This is the only board that has a term limit at 3 consecutive terms. I realize that turnover helps keep new, fresh blood in. It helps stop things from getting too stagnant and rote. And we do have the most interest in our Environmental Sustainability Commission than any other board or commission. So I realize that having term limits there will help provide space for new applicants to have a place to fill. I guess I just talked myself out of wanting to strike that. I wanted to strike it only because it's inconsistent with the rest of our boards and commissions. We don't have term limits for anyone else. And so I wanted to strike it from there. But I do see the value in keeping it in there. So I just wanted to say, we've got it in front of us right now. If anybody, you want to keep it, you want to strike it, I just wanted it to be discussed by the group. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
yeah, I don't know, it's a toss, you know what I mean? Because then if you do have somebody that's on there that's really good, you don't want them to have to leave just because they.
Exactly.
I would be in favor of striking it, and if in the future, the council president or whoever's making appointments can choose not to reappoint a person who's been
Yeah.
on the board for a long time, but is not forced to by statute, so I would go ahead and strike that.
I agree with striking.
Yeah, and I mean, and like one of our former council members, he's not on it, but he still helps them with their projects and stuff, so they're open for volunteers, so if someone really wants to get involved, even though they're not on the board, they can still get involved with it, so I'd agree with that, I'd in favor, strike it.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Any other changes?
All right. If not, then I will make a motion to set this for second reading on, hold on, let me get my calendar out. Tuesday, May 12, with those two changes. Changing August to June and striking the term limits.
Term limits.
Thank you.
A motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second the motion, okay. Yeah, I think it'd be good that way.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions regarding the motion?
Questions?
Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Brenda, take care of that,
Thank you.
thank you. That was it,
That's it.
council comments.
I do want to take a second and apologize for my tardiness. I was at the county council meeting, and although there was nothing on the agenda that pertained to us, I had a conversation with our county council person, Red Stone, after the meeting, which he stated to me that he is trying to get the sheriff department to give us more support on beach weekends.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
Yeah. I know that our chief has had a conversation with Sheriff Ballin too about that.
Yeah, so
So
hopefully
that makes me
hopefully that
happy.
comes to fruition and works out.
Yeah, especially 49 North.
Thank
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be a major issue if they just kinda help with that part of it, the traffic issue of it, because it's, and Mike, that was the other question, how long is that construction gonna be going on 49?
Well, it's supposed to be done before Memorial Day, so
Oh, I thought it said August.
I can get an exact date. They didn't post one yet. I can get one.
Yeah, I saw on their notice that it was all summer through August, but that just
August.
didn't seem reasonable, cause they're just
No,
repaving.
that made me panic.
I know, but I don't think that was accurate.
I'll get a date for you.
Okay, thank you.
What else? I was thinking of something else. I don't know, any other comments?
Oh, Public Works, thanks for letting me come hang out. John Seacrest and, Mr. Allen. And everybody else was so kind there. It was a good time.
Well, thanks, and, anytime. Wish there were more leaves.
Yeah.
The day she came, there were
Keep the
hardly any.
pictures to yourself though, so, thanks so much for that.
Pics or it didn't happen.
Well,
All right, with that, I'd look for a motion to adjourn.
make that motion.
Meeting adjourned.